Yo, this is Joe. I'm back with Eric. Here's for lesson number 2. All right, we're gonna start off. We're gonna do some forehands and backhands. We're just gonna do some toss feeding. Again, we didn't get to work on this a ton last week, so we're gonna see just what it looks like. We're gonna see the big pain points, what we actually need to work on. Then we're gonna jump into testing. But let's see what the warm-up looks like right now. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a little skills test.
Okay.
I stole this from Great Base Tennis.
Hey.
Shout out to Great Base Tennis.
Shout out Great Base.
It's 25 different shots. You get a score out of 100, so we multiply the score by 4. That'll give us a percentage. This is gonna go over a little bit of everything. I'll just walk you through it, and then I'm gonna mark you off as we go along.
Okay.
And best of luck. We'll see what you get. What do you think you can get? What percentage?
I'll be happy if I get 50.
50.
I'm underselling myself right now, but I think 50 would be solid.
So we're gonna go forehand, cross court. So forehand, cross court. Okay, got it. We're gonna go forehand approach down the line. That means you're gonna move in after you hit it. So you hit and move into the net like you're gonna volley. Do a forehand volley cross court, so come all the way in. Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
We got it.
We got it.
Got it. Backhand. Okay. Come in.
Out. Oh my God.
Back. All right. Okay. I think we got 10, so we got 40. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. 40.
Let's take a look at the volleys, just
Okay.
so we can get a baseline of the volleys.
Okay.
We'll get a baseline of the overhead, and then we'll probably jump right into the serve.
Sounds good.
Here we go. Just do your best. They can go anywhere right now. We're doing overheads right now. We're gonna do some bounce overheads, so he'll let them bounce, then we'll take them out and smash them down. Oh, I'm giving him tough ass feeds.
Oof.
The real deal.
Striking the ball, not an issue. Hitting the ball in the right place, an issue right now. How does the footwork look like? Am I getting to the right spots? Kind of timing it up. Obviously not hitting it correctly, but decent.
Footwork's a little mid at the moment.
Getting a little mid.
Number one, we talked a little bit about the split step the first week, right? Which is just hopping on the front half of our feet.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do that every time that your opponent makes contact with the ball, which in this case is me. So you want to be in the air when they make contact.
Okay.
We're missing that most of the time, and so that means that we're being late on our first step as well. We're practicing just that first push off to the ball, the first push off to the ball, because that's so important in tennis, is just getting the timing and then that initial movement out to the shot. We'll go over our upper body first, actually. We're gonna talk about 3 positions. The first position we'll talk about is the quarterback position. So as soon as you see that ball coming over the net, and it's gonna be an overhead, you're gonna go to the quarterback position. That means both arms come up together. As soon as that ball bounces, we're gonna go from the quarterback position, we're gonna go up into a salute. So our our left hand's gonna come up off the racket. It's gonna reach up in the air just like this, and we're gonna salute ourselves with the racket just like we would on a serve.
So we see the ball come up in the air. We're going quarterback, see the ball, track the ball. This is where we're at.
A little higher. Yeah.
Higher, okay.
And then from there, we just want to keep it one motion where we're sliding and firing. So we don't want to come back to here. We want to keep it one motion
Understood.
where we slide and fire. Hand comes off. I love the turn, perfect turn. Hand comes off, awesome.
Quarterback. Hand on ball. Oof. Okay, so yeah, like I think that pointer going to the quarterback position, ball dropping, and then hand on ball really helped, because before I would just see the ball in the air and be like running like this, and then I would like go like boom and either whiff it or like hit it on this part of my racket, and it'd be ugly. But I think that getting there, getting a solid foundation, ball dropping, ball, hand on ball, eye on ball, and that made it a lot better.
That's close. That's a pretty good demonstration. Kind of missed the salute part though. You still came back a little
Salute?
bit early. But no. The salute's the
Oh.
second thing. So as soon as the hand, you start out quarterback. When you come off though, don't bring that racket back. Keep it out
Okay.
to the side.
Got it.
All right. So fun fact is about Coach Laura, and she actually is in a book, a tennis book. And I can't say that I'm in a tennis book, man. So maybe that makes her better than me. Maybe it doesn't. But a guy came out and he took a lesson, and he took lessons from like pros in this area and different areas, and she was one of his favorite coaches. So. That's pretty sick. That's a fun
Yeah,
fact.
and I would say about Laura too is like she gives a great fundamental base for you to actually be able to go out and start playing and apply it. So shout out to Coach Laura.
Can I do one more fun
ahead.
fact involved in this? When Eric first came around, people were telling me about him. They're like, yo, you know, the dude's 6'10", played in the G League, played in NBA, this, that, European basketball. And like, I'm not that into sports. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, probably being a tennis coach. But like, I played sports. I like sports. I just don't watch it a lot. Like, that's not the biggest. And then he told me that he had a landscaping company, and then I was like, oh fuck, like that's actually really cool. Like,
that is.
But nobody mentioned it, man. But
cool.
I think that's way cooler.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, shout out to basketball. Did amazing things for me. It would never change a thing, but I absolutely love what we do now with landscaping. Look at this. Landscaping.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Look at
Beautiful
this.
day.
All right, so we're gonna do single leg serves. Single leg serves are one of my favorite things for feeling the back leg load, feeling the back hip load, and just getting a better serve overall. There's something great to work on at all levels, but especially at the beginning when it's so hard to feel. It's so hard to feel what we're talking about. Like if I just said, Eric, load into your back hip and your back leg. Like he's an athlete and it still might be tough for him to understand that with the service motion.
Yeah.
But if we can isolate that, do the single leg, practice that, you start to feel it a lot more.
Gotcha.
So it's a great drill for your serve. Probably one of my favorite. We're gonna just go toss, load, and drive. Yep. That's good. And this is a tough thing, right? So the first thing is just getting used to it, getting the balance down. And then it gets better over time, it gets easier. But yeah, just getting that balance, getting the toss in the right.
Toss.
So that's great too, because you're actually getting some shoulder tilt, right? I mean, we'd have to go back and look at the video from last week to see how the shoulder tilt actually looks, but my guess is, and from what I remember, it's pretty flat. So this is actually, we're actually getting this shoulder over shoulder action.
I feel like the dip helps me like try to get down more.
Let's talk about the pinpoint stance, which is probably the stance that we're gonna end up using.
Okay.
Again, that's the stance where you're starting a little further back, and then as we're going into our motion, we're bringing that back foot forward. Okay. Our weight's going back, and we're gonna toss.
Okay.
And as we're tossing and starting to bring our racket up, we're gonna slide that foot forward into this position. Toss.
Load.
And load. And try and just keep your racket out to the side for now. Toss, load. And just have that foot slide forward and just feel it get to about the same spot every time. As long as we're not coming like way around right now.
Gotcha.
Perfect. Yep.
Nice. I felt like I did.
I like it. I actually liked it. It's just it was a little low, right? We let it drop a little low, and then we just tried to rip the hell out of it. So try and just keep it a little slower. Just keep that smooth rhythm. But it was pretty good. We got our feet in the right spot. Yeah, so much of it, for the viewers at home, so much of this is the toss, right? Because we're actually getting the right, we're getting good footwork, we're getting an okay turn. The other thing I'll say is, just from a coach's perspective, it's just so great to have all this on video. And like when I'm standing and watching him serve, I may see one thing when I'm at the front view, but then like when I walk around to the backside, it really opens it up. So it's important that if you're gonna capture your own footage to kind of document your progress and look at it, that you don't just get it from one view with the camera, right? And same thing, I guess, if you're a coach, is just don't look at it from one view. You gotta look at it from the whole thing, because you're gonna notice different things from different vantage points. Like it's not, one view is not gonna show the whole picture. So.
Multiple angles.
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
Pretty good though. All right, so Eric was already limited in his internal shoulder rotation. So I'm gonna give him my favorite exercise for increasing the internal shoulder rotation. What happens in tennis too is that because we're so one side dominant, right? Our serves with one hand, our forehands with one hand, there's other shots that are with one hand, but those are the two big ones, is that we get a lot more tightness in our dominant shoulder, right? So in your case, it's going to be your right shoulder. And we have to counteract that. So my favorite stretch for that is the sleeper stretch. And there's a few different ways you can do it, but the one that I want you to do is just nice and simple. Hopefully you're not laying on the hard ass ground. Maybe you have some carpet or something or a pad or whatever, but you're gonna lay on the ground. Your knee's gonna be at about a 90-degree angle.
Okay.
Your back shoulder blades, you're actually trying to keep on the ground. So you don't wanna like roll over like this.
Okay.
Arm's gonna be at about a 90 and a 90 just like this. Again, keeping that shoulder blade on the ground.
Okay.
And what you're gonna do is you're gonna push this arm down, keep your hand in a fist and just push that arm down like that until you feel a pretty good stretch. You shouldn't really feel like your shoulder's like lifting off the ground because you really wanna feel that in your shoulder, that internal rotation, okay? And then you go down and we can hold it for 5-10 seconds, whatever, and come up. You can adjust the amount of time that you hold it. The good thing is that you really only have to work on your dominant side. So you really only have to do your right side unless your left side was like way tighter for some reason. So just doing that, you should basically be doing that every day after you play tennis. So at least on the days you play tennis, you should be doing that internal shoulder rotation, the sleeper stretch. But even days that you're not, it's not a bad one to do. But if you're doing it every day you play tennis, that'll help out a lot. And actually, why don't we try that out? You're gonna...
So I'm here.
Just like that, yep. Hand, and then you're just pushing down. Try and push from the wrist so you really know exactly where how far you're getting down like that. Yep, and keeping your shoulder blade on the ground.
Stretch.
Keep your elbow up a little bit higher maybe, or so keep it up there a little higher.
Like coming out 90?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, and so you're gonna feel that.
I feel it.
Yep, and so you just push down and then release. That's our one piece of homework. Our other piece of homework that we talked about before, and then you can practice that. So you practice the one leg, and then you can actually practice doing the two legs. So you can practice bringing it up, doing the two leg motion just like that. There's another good internal shoulder one that you can do with the weights at the gym. You start with your leg up like this. Start with the weight. Shouldn't be super heavy. I mean, you'll be able to feel it out. I would probably start at like 10 pounds. 5 pounds might be a bit light for you. But just letting it go down, feeling that stretch happen, same sort of idea, but now we're just doing it with a weight. So we're kind of building at the same time, stabilizing at the same time, letting it come down, let it come up. It's working on your rotator cuff, it's working on your labrum, it's working on the muscles all around your shoulder. But right now we're just trying to really isolate the internal rotation, right? And all the muscles and stretch that's activated with that. Stretching under tension or stretching under weight, at least as far as I know, is very helpful. And you get to build strength at the same time, strength and flexibility.
Obviously doing all the overheads, doing all the serves, doing all of this, you can feel the portion in your shoulder like right here that just gets a little bit tight. And I feel like when doing the stretch, I can feel it stretching like right in here, and obviously coming in the gym and having it over and do this.
All right, so this is the end of our lesson for today, lesson number 2. We got about just shy, maybe, we'll call it 50 miles an hour since the serve gun isn't accurate. So we got about 50 miles an hour on the serve. Again, that wasn't even like a super accurate serve. So about 50 miles. You know, one of the coolest things I think with this whole project is that we get to hear Eric's feedback as well, right? Because it's one thing to get the coaching side of it, but my favorite thing when I'm working with someone is to hear how they're understanding it, how they're feeling it, because that's so much of what matters. We're finding a way to communicate where, like, I have these cues and different ways of saying it, but what registers with you best? And like, how do you feel that, and how do you translate that into your actual, your motion, your play, that sort of thing. So I think that's one of the most interesting things about this experiment is that we get to hear the real-time feedback of somebody that's going through the motions and learning it and talking about what it feels like, what feels good, what doesn't, what worked, what doesn't.
Yeah, and it's cool to like to have done a different sport for a while, so you like know what feels good, what you need to work through, versus like if if I never did this before, like I'm just taking coaching because I don't know anything, so you're just trying to, you know, kind of see and like make cues that kind of work and see how that translates.
Yeah, we gave him some homework, we gave him the stretches, we gave him a little bit of strengthening. We're kind of starting light with this stuff. I don't want to be too overwhelming. One thing I do want to ask is last week, just again, so people can you can gauge yourself against what Eric's doing. How many times did you get to actually play tennis? And then how many times about did you work out? And this isn't tennis specific workouts.
I mean, for me, I try to work out physically about every day, one rest day a week. So we were here playing tennis on Tuesday, a little bit lower level, immediate level, which is where I am. Then I played on tennis on Thursday too. And then I played on Saturday that has like the little bit higher level of guys. Cause like, that's how you get better. You get your ass beat and then you get better. So I played tennis about 3 times and then worked out about 5, 6, and then maybe just like hit the ball machine for a little bit. So like 4 days total with tennis, I would say. And it's good exercise, you know, it's fun.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I just wanted to, I think it'll be cool because then it's like some weeks you practice more, some you practice less, and just seeing like how that affects improvement. You know, a week you might be on vacation before you come back, that sort of thing. So yeah, nice.
Yeah. I'm not going nowhere.
No vacation.
No.
He's got a business to run, man.
He knows about it.